he's not far away from that.
Oh, it's got hold of a good one. Introducing the no annual fee ESPN MasterCard, the only card that makes you a sports VIP. Earn insider access with every purchase. And this team headed for victory lane. Earn VIP privileges at major sports events. He's racking up points every time he turns. And exclusive savings on Dream Week vacations and events with sports celebrities. And points for exclusive ESPN collectibles. The ESPN MasterCard. Your VIP credentials all over the sports world. Call 1-800-995-ESPN to apply for your ESPN MasterCard. You want inside? Now you've got the key. Make purchases with this MasterCard and you'll rack up points that make you part of the action. So if you live for sports, get credit for it. Call 1-800-995-ESPN to apply. There's no annual fee, so call now. You'll get a free ESPN VIP t-shirt after your first ESPN MasterCard purchase. Call now.
Want inside? I mean, like, be there. In the paint, kissing it off the glass. In the slot, cranking a slap shot. Flat out on a straightaway. It's all about coverage. Like NHL hockey 3 nights a week. 175 NCAA basketball games. And the most complete NASCAR and IndyCar coverage on television. Want to feel it? To get the contact your cable or satellite provider.
Sunday Conversation is brought to you by Sprint. We've got everything you need. Local, long distance, and cellular to let you be there now.
Last Sunday in Dallas, Jerry Rice walked the walk while Deion Sanders talked the talk. Sanders made a tactical error in verbally challenging the greatest receiver to play the game. In our Sunday Conversation, Rice tells Andrea Kramer about his pregame chat with his former teammate and when he will know when it's time to call it quits. Jerry Rice with Andrea Kramer in the Sunday Conversation.
In pregame, you and Deion spent a little time together. Did he come to you to try to make peace, so to speak? What exactly happened there?
It was towards the end. I think it was like maybe 4 minutes left in the game. And I walked up to him and I told him that what had happened really got blown all out of proportion. That I was standing up for my teammates and it was not directed at him. And so we just cleared the air and I told him I respected him and he's a great football player.
Did it bother you when Michael Irvin was saying that he wanted to break the NFL record for consecutive 100-yard games with you on the sidelines watching?
Yes, it offended me, but, you know, Michael is a great football player, and I'm not going to say anything bad about him because he's a true talent, and he brings something special to the Cowboys.
And yet you really do have a little rivalry going with various receivers, and Michael is one of them.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, I think these guys really... They make it more exciting for me, and that's the reason why I'm still so competitive.
Are you the best? Are you the best receiver ever to play the game? And if so, why? And if not, why not?
You'll never hear me say that. I'll leave that up to my fans and the media.
If you're not, if you won't say yes, and I would have to think no, and why wouldn't you be?
It's just not me. I'm you know, I'm the type. I'm not cocky. You know, I just go out there, I get the job done, and I enjoy what I do.
Why are you uncomfortable with something like that?
I think once you start believing that you are the best, then you're going to have that tendency to relax. And I'm not ready to relax right now.
What was the turning point, you think, in your relationship with Steve?
You know, when I made the remarks about Joe Montana, you know, it got all blown out of proportion. Remarks? You know, I just said, you know, this guy is the best quarterback to ever play the game. You know, how could you trade this guy? You know, he's San Francisco. He's everything here. He's God. And, you know, you trade in this guy. I never felt any disrespect for Steve Young. You know, he was a great talent. He's still a great talent. He's going to give you everything on that football field. And I think over the years, we have really grown a lot, you know, with the chemistry. You know, my son refers to him as Uncle Steve.
How does Steve measure up to Joe?
Is that a trick question or something?
No, it's a question. It's a question to someone who's caught a lot of passes from both men.
How does Steve? Well, I have always said Joe was the best quarterback to ever play the game. I'm not going to back down from that. But, you know, now Steve, he's not far away from that. And I think as the years progress, people are going to put him in the same limelight.
4th and 10 in the Super Bowl, 1 play left to go. Who's your quarterback?
Joe and Steve.
No. No.
Half and half.
Take 2.
Half and half.
4th and 10 in the Super Bowl, 1 play to go. Who's your quarterback?
If Joe is back there, I got to make the play for Joe. If Steve is back there, I got to make the play for Steve.
You really couldn't pick a quarterback, though?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Sunday Conversation was brought to you by Sprint. We've got everything you need. Local, long distance, and cellular to let you be there now.
Still ahead on the big show. San Jose's played 19 games and won exactly one of them. What's that floating at the top of the aquarium? The Sharks in Chicago. That's next. This is Sportscenter.
Maybe once in my life.
Ah, come on.
All right, twice.
Never. How often do you change long-distance companies? What's the point?
They're all the same.
Now there actually is something worth changing for.
How's that?
Sprint Cents. On top of 10 cents a minute, you'll get cash back every year you're with Sprint.
This is called money.
10 cents a minute and some cash back?
Great. Thank you.
Good idea. Yeah, I would like cash back.
Who wouldn't?
It pays to save.
Sure beats making money the old-fashioned way, doesn't it?
Call for 10 cents a minute evenings and weekends. Now with cash back.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again.
Make a run to your participating General Tire retailer to enter the General Tire Run for the Sun Super Bowl sweepstakes. You can win hundreds of great football prizes, or even our grand prize, a trip for 2 to Super Bowl 30 in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. Hurry in for your chance to win today.
Sooner or later, you'll own Generals.
Daddy, will you read me a story?
Sure, Pumpkin. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess.
A princess?
Who lived in a magical kingdom. One day, she met a guy with a doctor's degree, and they lived happily ever after. Now tell your mother to put you to bed. It's time for NFL Prime Monday. Time for Sunday's highlights. Time for Tirico, Theismann, and Sharp setting up Monday night's game. No princess, no magic kingdom. Just football, football, football.
I hate Mondays.
First round of the NCAA Division I soccer playoffs. The results that set up these second-round matches. Maryland blasted Penn State, so now they face James Madison, which is playing Princeton. You see the other pairings. Curiously, 3 of the top 4 teams by record had to play road games on Sunday.
Back to the NHL, where the San Jose Sharks have been user-friendly so far this season, allowing a league-high 91 goals. The rest of the NHL hasn't been as generous in return. San Jose has just 1 win to show for the first 6 weeks of the schedule. On Sunday night, the Sharks surfaced in Chicago. Head coach Kevin Constantine of the Sharks watching the Blackhawks down 1-0. Tony Amonte, Denny Savard, we're tied at 1. Still the best horn in the business, Oregon. Ray Shepard behind the net. Craig Janney, Sharks up 2-1. Late in the third, last chance for the Blackhawks. Eric Daze. Terreri clears the puck. Sharks win. Sharks win. Terreri acquired just 5 days ago at 28 saves. Denny Savard, 2 goals for the Hawks. They play their next 7 games on the road. Senators and Sabres, and the Senators ran into Dominic Hasek. 31 saves, first shutout of the season. Ottawa drops to 6-13. I think I pulled a groin on that one. 6-13 on the air after suffering their 8th straight loss.
How far is women's college hoops advanced? As mentioned earlier, number 1 UConn fell to number 4 Louisiana Tech. Then number 3 Virginia faced number 6 Tennessee, and helped prove that now the women's polls are just as unreliable as the men's. Equality for the long-suffering Pat Summitt, the coach of the national runner-up Lady Vols. They're up by 10 at the halftime. Now, why do they call Michelle Marciniak Spinderella? That's why. Off the long feed from Abby Conklin. We'll check out their new freshman, Chamique Holdsclaw, who holds tough underneath. This may be a nickname. The way she plays, number 6 Tennessee blasts number 3 Virginia by 27. The Vols held the Cavs to 33% shooting. Wendy Palmer held to 9. The Vols' Spinderella ends with 16 points. Latina Davis, all 5-6 of her, 12 points, 12 boards, 4 assists. Some of the rankings held in the semis of the preseason NIT. 14th rated Colorado outlasts A&M, 17 points, 12 boards, game highs for Aaron Schultz. And the Buffaloes will meet Arkansas in the finals Tuesday night. 10th rated Arkansas gets 33 from Christy Smith to offset Ohio State's 33 from Katie Smith. Dan.
Still to come on the show, Land Shark. Greg looks to win his tournament for the first time. Highlights from the Shark shootout.
This isn't just any sport utility vehicle. It's the first one from a luxury car maker. With heated seats, retractable mirrors, and power moonroof. The new Acura SLX. It's the most civilized way to leave civilization.
Jesse, you're next.
I'm all yours.
Save it for the stage, Romeo.
Carol always gives it to me straight. Like when she told me about my...
I told him about Head & Shoulders. Regular shampoos just rinse flakes away so they could come back. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming. You see the difference? You look great.
Thanks, but will it get me this part?
Couldn't hurt.
Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Hey, break a leg.
Rule number 20, sticks. Rule number 25, to play the game, use a puck. Hartford takes on Montreal tomorrow at 7:30. The NHL rules on ESPN2.
1AA playoffs are now set in college football. Next Saturday, Hofstra and Delaware. Winner plays the winner of Idaho and McNeese State. Northern Iowa versus Murray. The winner versus the winner of Jackson State and the Thundering Herd of Marshall.
To Thousand Oaks for the Shark shootout. And there's your host, who's never won his tournament. He didn't win today either. Playing with his partner Ray Floyd, finished 4 strokes back, although he knocked that one stiff. 18th hole. Hi, Shark. Steve Elkington's approach.
This is a 9-iron.
That's a 9-iron.
It's right at it. Actually,
it's right at it. Elkington and teammate Mark Calcavecchia would par the final hole to win by a stroke. They finished at a modest 32 under par. The second time Elkington has been on the winning team. No team has successfully defended its title.
When we continue...
Wait.
I'm sorry.
To Japan for the Dunlop Phoenix Golf Open. Defending champ Jumbo Ozaki banged home a 30-foot eagle putt to win on the final hole. American Robert Gamez was one of 3 players finishing a shot back. Keith.
I was going to say, when we come back, you'll have more golf. Actually, Dan will have something very special for you right after this. I want more power.
I'd like better mileage.
Split fire doesn't look like any other spark plug. It doesn't work like any other spark plug. 5 extra horsepower by merely installing these plugs. A 4.8% gain in mileage. With split fire, you'll get more here, and you'll spend less here. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You'll get more power and more mileage for your money back. You'll get more here, and you'll spend less here. Guaranteed.
Hey, get poppin'. This is a taste you can't resist. I say put a can in every hand. Do the Pringles twist like this. Pop a top, well, keep it fresh. Flip it in. Grab a stack of your favorite snack. Let the fun begin.
There's no stopping once you're popping.
Hey, wake up. Don't get caught holding that bag. Hey, that's no party. Greasy pieces are a drag.
There's no stopping once you're popping.
Once you're popping, you can't stop.
National powers collide in the 2nd annual DirecTV Grade 8. 8 great teams, 4 great games, 2 great nights. Action begins Tuesday night, November 28th at 7. Only on ESPN.
This NFL Sportscenter is brought to you by Russell Athletic. For really tough athletic wear that can survive anything, get Russell Athletic. Get tough.
wall-to-wall hoops. Monday evening, we start out with Michigan State against Chaminade. Yes, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you'd like to stay home from work, you have our permission. 9:30 Eastern, Vandy against North Carolina. And then following Sportscenter, it'll be Santa Clara against UCLA.
Well, it's a final at the Los Angeles Forum where the Clippers have beaten up the Lakers 109-88 to the delight of Antonio Banderas and Melanie Griffith, who each scored 12 points for the Clippers. Ceballos had 25, nearly 2,000 no-shows. There'll be highlights in the 2 a.m. edition of SportsCenter. Well, we'll try to get them for you. We'll do that. Lakers have won 4 in a row, Dan.
I know, but the Clippers have played well as well.
Not in that one, they didn't.
No, they did not.
Oh, they were shocked by Banderas' appearance. I think he sort of glittered and, well, never mind.
We have too much time on our hands. We should probably just shut up right now. Thanks for joining us. Primetime is up next with Chris and Company. I'm Dan Patrick.
I'm Keith Olbermann. It's over. Good night.
Week 12 on NFL Primetime. The dog pound was barking. Could Brett Favre escape their bite? Can Dallas rebound from last week's loss as they visit Haas and the Raiders? Did the Bears forget to put on their stickum? That's not good when trying to corral Barry Sanders. The Pats had a hold on Sean Dawkins. But was it enough to bring down the Colts? The Broncos try to unite at Mile High as Seo and San Diego come to town. The Rams lived up to their name in Atlanta, but that didn't faze Jeff George. Boomer Esiason returns for the first time since Bruce Smith knocked him out. And Steelers rookie quarterback Cordell Stewart could be considering another position. So get involved. NFL Primetime is next. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman, and welcome to Week 12 of NFL Primetime. Still trying to decipher this wacky season of 95, so I've enlisted the help of my best guys, Tom Jackson and the judge, Bill Pito. The Sunday night extravaganza, ESPN style, featured the team with the best record in the National Football League going into Week 12, the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, picked by 4th by many, 5th by some in the AFC West. The Chiefs at 9-1. We're hosting the Houston Oilers, soon to be the Tennessee Tuxedos. Let's go to Arrowhead, where the Chiefs, well, they forced turnovers, but the Oilers or Tuxedos or the Nashville Opries, they were very game. Chris Chandler to Chris Sanders touchdown. 2-point conversion failed, so a 10-0 lead. But Kansas City now 10-6. 4th and 25, under 2 minutes to go in the game. Again, it's Chandler to Chris Sanders, and we're tied at 13. 20 seconds to go. We're going to overtime. Todd Barber McNair, the former Chief, has a good run until he fumbles. And the Chiefs have returned punts for wins and touchdowns. Interceptions in overtime for a touchdown. This time, just seconds left in regulation. Mark Collins, touchdown off the fumble by McNair. The Oilers were game, but the Chiefs have done what they've done all year. They win again by the count of 20-13. They had 3 interceptions and a fumble recovery. All that led, you saw that, of course, led to their 20 points. And now the Chiefs go on to play Dallas Thanksgiving Day. A short week to prepare, but the Chiefs at 10-1 will take their chances. Our next game, the hottest team in the NFC. Is it Dallas? No. Is it San Francisco? No. It's Carolina. And the Panthers will play the Saints. That's next Sunday night at 8 Eastern, 5 on the West Coast, here on Sunday Night Football. Plenty to show you here in Week 12 of NFL Primetime, including the Battle of Central Florida, Jags and Bucs at the Sombrero, and the Panthers break them up. At least that's how the Cards must feel.
Nice pants.
Dockers, flat front khakis.
Our truck has broken down. We need help. Better call Dad Collect. 1-800-COLLECT? I'll save Dad lots of money on the car? And come Christmas, there'll be extra presents under the tree? Aw, thanks, girl.
Identify yourself. Do you go for the gusto? Go out on a limb? Go full speed ahead? Go where no man has gone before? Or are you a cornflake eater? Guess not. You go for the adrenaline-pumping, milk-defying taste of Wheaties, made with wall-to-wall, indoor, outdoor, toasty, tasty, 100% whole wheat. A whole mouthful of flavor. It's the whole Megillah. So for taste that goes all out, go for the over-the-top taste of whole wheat Wheaties.
Now, catch the commemorative Dan Marino box.
Can you tell which man is at home and which is in a Residence Inn hotel room?
Honey, can you take out the garbage?
That was a hint. Residence Inn by Marriott. The next best thing to home.
NFL Primetime is brought to you by Dockers Flat Front Khakis, proud makers of nice pants.
Well, welcome back to NFL Primetime. The Battle of Northern and Central Florida, a.k.a. the Anita Bryant Bowl, as the Jacksonville Jaguars went down the pike and visited the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at a packed Big Sombrero. And here we go. Ooh, fire it up. And Sam White says, we lost 3-0. Let's get fired up ourselves. 10-3 Bucks in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 4 from the Tampa Bay 9. Mark Brunell, he can run it, and he can run it well. He can dip the shoulder. Touchdown. We're tied at 10. His shoulder that he dipped, well, that wasn't hurt, but a hamstring injury had to leave. But we're tied at 10. Then Trent Dilfer brings it back to hand to Eric into the red zone. Eric Brett, touchdown, and the Bucs regain the lead 17-10.
Yeah, nice pump fake here. Rhett gets the ball on the handoff, and then great blocking here by Dave Moore on Travis Davis. Rhett does a nice job of scampering around the corner to get in.
And now that vaunted 4-minute drill from the Jacksonville Jaguars in the shadow of their own goalpost. Backup quarterback Steve Berline to Ernest Gibbons from Louisville. Then on 3rd and 7, Berline to tight end Pete Mitchell from Boston College for 22 more. Then from the Buck 45, look at Berline to Jimmy Smith, 16 yards. Tom Coughlin says, here we go. 4th and 3 from the 22. Berline to Desmond Howard. First down to the 12. Then, watch this. Berline, Mitchell, touchdown, 17-16, 96-yard drive. Tom Coughlin says, let's go for 2. And here's the play. They can win it, and it's just out of bounds to Jimmy Smith. Tom Coughlin watched the body and goes, whoa, let's yay! So the onside kick. But amazingly, Dave Thomas, one of the McKenzie brothers, gets the ball for Jacksonville, and they're in business. But the next play, Martin Mayhew ends it all. Berline could spit and sneeze as the Bucs survive the Jags 17-16, but give Tom Coughlin the nod. He and Dom Capers, the only 2 guys to go for 2 in this situation this year. Capers got a penalty. We never know how that worked for Carolina in week 1. The Jaguars didn't make it, but give them the nod, although give the win to the Bucs, who are now 6-5. Speaking of Dom Capers and the Carolina Panthers, they were favored at home against the Arizona Cardinals. Kerry Collins, the youngster, #1 pick quarterback, Carolina, maturing every week. Helping him mature, some of the veterans like Pete Metzelas, the former Bill, 7-0 Carolina. And then, Tommy, look at this.
Yeah, you watch here the reverse. The Cards get a little tricky. Rob Moore back on the reverse. Nobody fooled by the Panthers. Tyrone Poole, nice and high for the INT.
Oh, that Buddy Ryan offense pulling out all the stops. Then the Panthers take advantage. Look at Collins. They fake the reverse. And then the veteran Mark Carrier down the middle. Beautiful pass. 38 yards down to the 2. And then the difference of the teams today, Tom, watch.
Nice contrast as the Panthers get a little bit tricky. And all of the Cardinals are fooled. You see Seth Joyner tackle the reverse man. Collins delivers the ball down the football field for a nice 38-yard gain.
And that set up a Bob Sister Christian touchdown. It was 14-0. Here's Arizona's offense. It's a blocked field goal. Seth Joyner blocks it. Aeneas Williams, he could go all the way. 72 yards. Cards feel they're in it. It's 14-7 just before half. But Dom Capers defense harassing David Craig. Darian Connor, sack. Lamar Lathan, sack. Lamar Lathan, sack. There were 6 sacks today by Carolina. And check this out. 96 yards of total offense for the Cards. More like question mark in the Mysterians. 96 tiers for their offense as the Panthers destroy the Arizona Cardinals 27-7. I mean, the Cards, Tom, have been in business since 1920. The Panthers have been in business for a few hours now. What has happened to Buddy Ryan and the Cards?
Well, I think certainly the mystery is how can a guy like Buddy Ryan coach outstanding defense for a period of 2 decades and then lose it in 1 season as he has here in 1995. The first 6 series for this ball club: punt, fumble, punt, interception, punt, punt. 45 yards of offense in the first half. They matched that pretty much in the second half with 51 yards. And I think that the big question here is, does Buddy Ryan, the general manager, at the end of the year, fire Buddy Ryan, the coach, or does Buddy Ryan, the coach, manage to get another year from Buddy Ryan, the general manager? That's a difficult task for both parties.
No firing going on in Carolina. 5-6 after 11 games. That's like the middle of the pack in the NFL. Way to go, and way to go for the Jags, too, who played Tampa Bay close in a game that meant a lot to them. When we return on NFL Primetime. Seattle and Washington. Rick Meyer, will he stand up and take the heat? The Eagles looking to beat the Giants for the 2nd time this season. We'll be back.
Last year, over 1.5 million cars were stolen in the United States. That's 1 every 20 seconds. And when a thief is looking to steal a car, he's looking for one to drive away now. The fact is, all cars are targets for car theft. New cars may have a higher value, but older cars can bring in big cash for their parts. So if you're not using the club, you're inviting a thief to steal your car. Stop. Don't fall prey to car theft. Get the club. It's police-recommended anti-theft protection that's guaranteed for up to $1,500, and it works. Statistics show that the club is over 99% effective in reducing auto theft. Protect your vehicle from theft with the club. Now available in a variety of highly visible colors.
If the club can protect your car, imagine what we can do for bikes. Ask your retailer for the Bike Club, new from Winter International.
The college hoop season gets in full swing with Turkey Tourney Week, a full helping of the hottest early season tournaments. ESPN's going to take you round the country as the best teams in the land battle to see who'll get out of the gate fast and who's going to go hungry. Turkey Tourney Week coverage kicks off tomorrow with a Maui Classic triple header beginning at 2, only on ESPN.
There were 2 games this week in the NFL that were what we call, Billy, post office games. Buffalo, New York, and Seattle, Washington. 32 cents, you could mail a letter there.
I don't have the 32 cents.
I know, I saw your wallet earlier.
But the Redskins and Seahawks both with...
Plastic, except plastic.
Yeah, bad credit rating. But both Seattle and Washington have rookies at wide receiver. When Washington picked 4th in last spring's draft, they picked wide receiver Michael Westbrook, who reported late and has missed half the year with a knee injury. When Seattle picked 8th, the Seahawks took receiver Joey Galloway, and it's Galloway who looks like the certain star. The galloping Galloway, who scored 3 TDs last week against Jacksonville and had 200 yards in total offense. And away we go as Dennis Erickson is looking for his 3rd straight win. Second quarter tied at 3. Meyer to Galloway, 59 yards and a touchdown. It's 10-3 Seattle. Redskins trying to come back. Gus Frerotte to Orlando with an A. Orlando with an A, Truitt, 18 yards, touchdown. We're tied at 10 at the half. Third quarter now, Seahawks trying some trickery. The reverse from Warren to Galloway. Last week, this play went for 86 yards and a touchdown. This week, minus 15, Ken Harvey with a nice play. Could the offense respond? Down 17-10, Frerotte back to pass. On first down, Henry Ellard, completion. Same drive. Frerotte again, back to pass. Again to Ellard, completion. Then, same drive, key play. Skins down 7. Frerotte into the end zone, picked off by Robert Blackman. A rough day for Frerotte. You see the numbers, picked off twice, and then Tommy, in comes Heath Shuler.
Yeah, and no quarterback controversy because neither quarterback playing real well at this moment. Going to see Shuler get back to pass. Nice fake there. but a horrible pass right into coverage. Robert Blackman, the recipient of his second INT of the day.
And that sets it up for Chris Warren, the AFC's leading rusher. Can he get in? Look at him stay alive, and he's in for a touchdown. Skins fans go home disappointed as Seattle wins 27-20. 136 yards for Warren, who goes over 100 yards for the fourth time in 5 games. Washington commits 5 turnovers. Schuler 10 of 12, 98 yards, but picked off twice. And Washington's Westbrook did catch his first TD pass in the National Football League. But Chris, Seattle now has won 3 in a row. They're 5-6. Signs of life.
First 3-game winning streak for the Seahawks. When you win 3 in a row, no longer Seabags. Seahawks since '93. Well, a team that used to win all the time over the other was the Philadelphia Eagles over the Giants, especially when Bill Parcells was there. Buddy Ryan coach, they had their number. But when Dan Reeves took over as head coach, the Giants had won 4 in a row over the Eagles until earlier this year. Eagles won round 1. Could they go for the sweep? And as Warren G. Harding, our late president many years ago, would say, could they go for a return to normalcy? It's a political evening. First quarter, it's a political evening and a flea flicker. Oh, those tricky Giants. Dave Brown to Thomas Lewis. Nice pass, 44-yard touchdown, 7-0. G-Bag.
Yeah, we take a look at Greg Jackson in the middle of the field and then Thomas Lewis on the receiving end. Jackson will bite on the fake right there. You can see him get caught. Uh-oh. Thomas Lewis behind the defense for the touchdown.
Well, the Eagles and Ray Rhodes down 7-0, but they've been winning almost every time Rodney Peete starts. Ricky Waters had a 100-yard day first game against the Giants. Ricky running Waters, 57 yards, the longest run of his career. 2 plays later, Peete, play action. Fred Barnett, pretty pass, touchdown. We're tied at 7-0. Juan Marichal, the kick. No, he fakes it. Then the spike. Giants get it back. Dave Brown, picked off by Mark McMillan. One thing Brown had done is not get intercepted. 124 in a row that he hadn't gotten picked, but that one sets up a Waters touchdown, 14-7 Eagles. Second quarter, Rodney Peete, juking, jiving, fumbling, and the Giants fall on it. But, oh, the inexperience, the over-exuberance of youth. Tyrone Wheatley fumbles it right back. Eagles get a gift, cash in when Peete hits Barnett. 21-7, although Rodney will limp off with a right hip flexor. Third quarter, bad news for the Eagles. Mike Mamula, after 3 sacks, pushed down by Jumbo Elliott, dislocates his left shoulder. He did not return. Could be out about 2 weeks. Early fourth quarter, 28-17. ESPN's Tommy Hutton punting, blocked. Michael Strahan blocks it. Rambling, bumbling, saying, whoa, let me get the ball. Whoa, let me get the ball because it's out of the end zone. It's just a safety. It's 28-19. Now with the score 28-19, Ray Rhodes has calmed down. Oh, and here comes Tommy Maddox. You know what's coming. 1 play, 1 fumble. And with that fumble, Maddox has now passed Joe Pisarcik in the all-time fumble category for Giants quarterbacks against the Eagles. Oddly enough, the famous Pisarcik fumble against the Eagles came 17 years ago today. The Eagles, 6-1 with Rodney Peete. Randall played the second half, played all right. Eagles win at 28-19. Peete not expected to miss next week's start against the Washington Redskins. And you know what? Very quiet man among head coaches. First-year job done by Ray Rhodes. You got to give him the nut. His organization, attention to detail, coming from the Niner mold. He's been quiet. He's just kept this team on an even keel. Another big time in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, credit Ray Rhodes with giving some consistency to this football team week in and week out. I think we see it even when they lose. I talked this morning, though, about the Giants having to run the football to be successful. But what a game plan, that falling 18 points behind in order to set up the run, making the Eagles look for the pass, and then coming up a mere 11 points shy of victory. I think that they have every coach out there now studying this game plan, trying to figure out how to keep the Giants off the board.
Oh, you're harsh.
Oh,
you're harsh.
Yeah,
I tell you what, as we go inside the numbers, you're tough, Tom. As we go inside the numbers, the opponents of the Seattle Seahawks will notice that in their 3-game winning streak, their offense is up over 50 yards a game. Their turnovers are way down. That's really the reason, folks. Rick Meyer had led everybody in interceptions. Now he's just playing good, strong quarterback. They scored 104 points in their 3 wins, compared to 145 in their first 8 games. When we return. Which team stays in the hunt? Colts or the Patriots? Would it be the Marshall plan for Indy at New England? Brett Favre, what could he do for an encore after last week? Pass the Browns.
All right, gentlemen. Tomorrow, your butts are mine. Lights out.
Man, I'm hungry.
Russell Athletic Wear is made to handle the toughest situations on and off the field.
Hot dog. French fry. Hamburger. Tacos. Tacos grande. Pizza.
Coach, going somewhere, ladies.
Hard work. Dedication. Commitment.
Get Russell Athletic. Get tough.
Get up there, Lord, bud. Go, go.
Look what Daddy can juggle with his Nokia cellular phone. A rubber duck and a teddy bear. A Nokia cellular phone, a rubber duck, and a teddy bear. And with my Nokia cellular phone, I can juggle something even more amazing. My schedule.
One-touch dialing makes a Nokia cellular phone easy to use.
Hello? Amazing.
Nokia mobile phones, title sponsor of the Nokia Sugar Bowl.
Look, Charlie, that negligee from the catalog came in.
Oh, Marge, it looks so soft, so silky. Do you think we could use it to wipe the dust off the TV screen? It's time for ESPN's NFL Prime Monday. I need a clean screen to see Mike Tirico talking X's and O's with Joe Theismann and Sterling Sharp. I want to see Sunday's recap and Monday's pregame. I want to see Prime Monday, and I want to see it clearly.
I'm beginning to see things clearly myself, Charlie.
Well, after beating Miami handily last week at Joe Robbie Stadium, it was obvious that the New England Patriots were back. The problem for New England, as they hosted the Indianapolis Colts today, was the only way back was back home. Here we go from Foxborough. Jim Harbaugh, #1 rated passer in the NFL, and got his #1 rated player, Marshall Faulk. Can't run sometimes, but look at him go for 26 yards inside the 40-yard line. 3rd and 4, Harbaugh shotgun. You know, not all of his passes are pretty, but Jim Harbaugh has gotten it done as well as anyone this year. 14 yards. And then Harbaugh to Ken Dilger, the rookie tight end, 3-yard touchdown, 7-3 Colts. How did Harbaugh do early? Oh, just 13 of 14 for a $147. It's a 10-3 game, and watch the protection here. Harbaugh to Sean Dawkins, who had a 100-yard game, and it's a first down. Guyton and Hurst turnstile defense. 2nd and 3, Falk, rumbling, bumbling, 10 yards, 17-3 Colts.
Yeah, and Chris, you mentioned the lack of tackling. Marshall Faulk here gets the football. You're going to see Myron Guyton, #29, first in the picture, and then Terry Ray, #23. You see them not wrap up, not get their arms together, and Falk, with great desire, gets into the end zone.
Marshall at 24 carries for 96 yards, also had 8 catches for 71. With the lead, Ray Buchanan. There's that corner blitz that Steve Young remembered so well. Larry Buchanan from Louisville. The Colts had 5 sacks today. Patriots trying to come back. 4th and 2. Bledsoe to Ben, amazing Technicolor Dream Coats. 11 yards and a first down. 2nd and goal. Curtis, my favorite, Martin. It's a touchdown, and it's a 17-10 game. Bob Kraft, the Patriots owner, says we're within 7. Jim Harbaugh says, hold everything. On 3rd and 3, to Dawkins, 36 yards, beating Maurice Hurst. 2nd and 12, Harbaugh. Floyd Turner is open. Harbaugh finds him. Jim Harbaugh, another impressive job. 20 of 26 for 232. And the Indianapolis Colts get back above the 500 mark at 6-5. The Patriots fall to 4-7. The Colts 24, and the Patriots 10. When we return, Packers and Browns. My goodness, a Vinny sighting in Cleveland. And the Steelers and the Bengals. When is an 18-point lead not safe?
Any sign of them yet?
Nope. Execute. Let's move, move, move.
Where are they?
Well, I'm sure they're on their way.
Don't worry, they'll make it.
They're coming!
I see them!
They're here!
Toy Story toys have arrived at Burger King with the stars from the magical Disney movie. Your kids can collect all 6 high-quality toys, one with every great-tasting $1.99 Kids Club meal, only at Burger King.
Yeah, I knew you guys would make it.
The $1.99 Kids Club meal at Burger King.
At Riders Jeans and Casual Clothes, we studied hundreds, thousands of regular folks to learn their shapes and sizes. And then designed jeans that give them a great-looking fit. You'll find it's like we knew your size exactly, somehow. Riders jeans, cut to make real people look real good.
It's a Thanksgiving football parade on ESPN with a Southwest Conference Roundup. The Baylor Bears bring their tough defense into Texas Memorial Stadium and try to corral the explosive Texas Longhorns. This Thursday at 8, only on ESPN.
30 years ago in 1965, two storied franchises met for the NFL championship. Green Bay beat the Cleveland Browns. It was the last NFL title settled without a Super Bowl. The Super Bowl came into being the next year. The reason we bring it up, these two storied franchises met again today with a different backdrop, because it's very possibly the third to last game the Browns would ever play in Cleveland. And the fans, they really don't know how to react. They're in mourning, and rightfully so. And all the advertising taking off the signs. Also, there was no signs of the Browns showing up early on in the game. Brett Favre to Dorsey Levens. Nice catch. Nice dive. 23rd touchdown pass of the year for Favre. 7th. Pack. Where was the Browns offense? Same place it was on Monday night. Nowhere. Meanwhile, in the second quarter, Brett Favre, hot hand. In the red zone, the float to Mark Chmura. Needs a foul, doesn't need any more ability, though. 14-3, pop.
Yeah, you're going to see number 42, the safety here, Louis Riddick, right on the outside spot. Shadow spend a little bit too long with the fake right there. Mark Chmura not wide open, but look at the nice pass by Favre delivered over the outside shoulder.
And then Favre in deep again. Throws to Anthony Morgan from
John Adams High School
in
Cleveland, Ohio.
What happened here, Tom?
You see Anthony Morgan go inside the numbers, come back outside. Tim Jacobs, the corner, just slips and falls.
In the second quarter, Eric was trying to light his Zaire, but instead it was really a funeral pyre. Cleveland went 55 minutes from last week to this week without a first down. You got to be kidding me. 14 yards passing in the first half. 21-3 pack at that. And a Vinny sighting. Vinny's back. Vinny, too. Michael Jackson. It's been a while since we've tried that, Tom. 8 yards, 24-13. But Vinny going downfield, picked off by Leroy Butler. But what's Andre Rison doing?
And look at Andre Rison not touch him down. So instead of them having to drive 80 yards, 8-yard drive.
Well, because he's got a convoy. Vinny gives it a shot. He's blocked. Finally, Butler knocked out of bounds after a 76-yard return, and Favre makes him pay. They're so dangerous in the red zone. Favre gives it in himself, 31-13, final 31-20, and that's where Art Modell used to sit every game from 1961. Very sad sight. We watched the Browns go 0-3 since their bombshell of their moving to Baltimore, at least their intentions. 31-20, the Packers win it as Favre, 23 of 29, 17,000 no-shows. Steelers and Bengals. David Shula. And the Bengals haven't swept the Steelers since 1990. They won on a Thursday night in October. Could they do it again? David Dunn, it's well done. Opening kickoff across the field to Jeff Hill. And look at him go. He could go all the way. Well, he went 62 yards. That set up Jeff Blake. To Darnay Scott. Touchdown, 7-0 Bengals. More injuries, though, for the Bengals. James Francis, the linebacker. Lower left leg gets rolled over, x-rays. Broken leg, gone for the year. Tough break. No, I didn't mean to make a pun there. It's a tough break for Francis. Jeff Blake, though, rolls out. And Levon Kirkland, what are they doing? It's a penalty. That's not like the Steelers. 14-3 Bengals, and Bill Cowher says, you don't do that. And then, Tommy, they went to work on Carnell Lake.
Yeah, you're going to see Carnell Lake here step in to help on the run, leave his man Carl Pickens. Result, a 26-yard gain on the reception. Then Lake gives Pickens too much space right there. You see him back off at least 12 yards. Pickens makes a nice reception, picks up the easiest 8 yards he's going to get this year.
David Shula says 4th and goal. Let's go. And they go for it. Blake to Pickens. Carnell Lake called for pass interference, Tom.
Yeah, well, you can see that Lake's got his arm around him. Pickens watching the ball. He almost makes that catch.
Well, Blake goes back to Pickens against Lake for a touchdown. 21-3 Cincinnati. It's over. It's all over. Or is it? Neil O'Donnell with his club down 31-13 early second half over the middle of one of the Mills brothers, Ernie Mills. Then Bam Morris, touchdown 31-20. Cincinnati by 11. Still third quarter. O'Donnell to Andre Hastings. Touchdown 31-26. They go for two to the Steelers. And watch this play. O'Donnell to Cordell Stewart. Derek Pegram. You get 1 point for every handoff or lateral. They made 2, hence they get the 2 points. It's 31-28. Then O'Donnell to Cordell Stewart. Oh, my goodness. This rookie quarterback slash wide receiver slash returner slash excitement has given the Steelers the 35-31 lead.
Yeah, Cordell Stewart here on number 24, Roger Jones. He beats him at the line of scrimmage and gets deep into the zone. Darrell Williams doesn't realize how fast he is, then the speed, the balance, the power, and credit Cowher with finding ways to use Stewart.
Shades of Marlon the Magician Briscoe, who played in the 60s and 70s for Miami and Buffalo and Denver, wide receiver and quarterback. Meanwhile, Neil O'Donnell says, we got some other guys, like the veteran Jonathan Hayes, the former Chief, 31 yards. Then it's Bam Morris, his 3rd touchdown in the last 22 minutes. The Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were inside the 10. When the clock ran out, they would have gone in again. An 18-point lead for the Bengals, and they lose by 18. Steelers 49, and the Bengals 31, 37-6. Outscored in the second half, 556 yards of offense by the Steelers. All right, let's start with the first game, Tommy, the Packers. First of all, give Vinny the nod. He came in, and you figured he'd be rusty. Yeah. He tried. Actually, a little life came back into the Browns. But Brett Favre, he continues to look so smooth despite being injured.
Yeah, Brett Favre had the one sputter for a couple of weeks, but he is on target to be one of those quarterbacks that's going to be a great one. He's going to be a great one this year. But I think that when you look at the Cleveland Browns, this team carrying way too much of an emotional load to be prepared to play football. And I think a great example of that is Andre Rice. And I don't know if it's lack of effort, it's lack of concentration. Guy intercepts a ball, you're standing there 3 feet from him, you don't touch him down. I think that typifies the lack of concentration by this ball club. And I don't know who can blame them right now.
Well, the Steelers now have a, pending the Sunday night game, may have a 3-game lead over everybody in the AFC Central. Since he had it in hand, Tom.
Well, I think the big question is how can you be 18 up and go 18 down to lose a football game? But people need to remember that the Cincinnati Bengals are on target right now to give up more passing yards than any team in the history of the National Football League, and it has been a long, illustrious history. They've been throwing the ball for a long time.
Well, they're on pace to give up the 2nd most yards by any defense ever. Now, you see that pass to Cordell Stewart, 71 yards? I think that's pretty good for a quarterback catching a pass in Steeler history. Not even close to the record. Terry Bradshaw, 1981, to ESPN's Mark Malone. The quarterback, Mark Malone, but early on he was a wide receiver. That not only is the longest touchdown pass in Steeler history. Cordell's got a way to go. When we return, I figure we give Mark some pub. Emmett doesn't need the pub, but we're going to give him some anyway. Cowboys, Raiders coming up. Barry doesn't need the pub. We're going to give him some, too. Lions, Bears.
Our truck has broken down. We need help.
Better call Dad Collect.
Mike!
What, girl? I should dial 1-800-COLLECT? I'll save Dad lots of money on the car? And come Christmas, there'll be extra presents under the tree? Aw, thanks, girl.
This isn't just any sport utility vehicle. It's the first one from a luxury car maker. With heated seats, retractable mirrors, and power moonroof. The new Acura SLX. It's the most civilized way to leave civilization.
I wasn't looking for love. With just a glance it happened. Love came looking for me.
Get out of my way!
Dockers, flat front khakis.
Hi, Tom Bodette for Motel 6 with some insight for the traveler. Well, this is what one of our rooms looks like when you're sleeping. And you know, it looks just like those big fancy hotels. Only difference is ours won't cost you nearly as much money. In fact, Motel 6 always has the lowest prices of any national chain on a clean, comfortable room. Makes you sleepy just looking at it. Well, I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Welcome back to NFL Primetime. Well, the Lions were 0-5 on the road this year. As a matter of fact, their last divisional win, Norris Division win on the road, was 1993, 2 years ago, at the Bears when Eric Kramer played quarterback for Wayne Fontes. Well, since they saw Kramer in a Bears uniform today, they figured that they were due. Here we go. And the Lions trying out all new techniques. Let's try and beat up on the goalpost. First quarter, the Lions trail 7-0. Here's another new technique. Hand the ball to Barry Sanders, 21 yards. That puts him over 1,000 yards. Congratulations, Barry. 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Only Eric Dickerson has done that. Of course, Barry's only played 7 seasons. Same drive. Sanders, 2-yard run, touchdown, tied at 7. Tom.
Yeah, you see the score here again. Sanders faced with one-on-one with number 26, John Mangum, but then he gets a great block. He's going to beat that one-on-one coverage. And then number 71, Z. Frost Moss with a nice block on Jimmy Flanagan to get him into the end zone.
Kramer and the Bears driving in the second quarter. He's been so good this year at the 17-yard line. He goes to the end zone with Corey Raymond, makes the pick, and Kramer says, boy, we blew an opportunity inside the red zone. Still in the second quarter, Scott Mitchell goes back to throw. Jim Father Flanagan rolls on his leg. Y.A. Tittle-esque, that type of injury, and so they summon the Magic Man. Don Mikowski's in with the score tied at 10 in the third quarter. Let's give it to Barry Sanders. Let's watch him go. 29 yards, gone. Touchdown, 17-10 Detroit. Eric Kramer, though, play action in the fourth quarter. I'll take it myself. It's wide open. We're tied at 17. But the Bears repeatedly blew opportunities for Dave Wannstedt. Kevin Butler, field goal blocked by Henry Thomas. Then after another fumble recovery for 52 yards, Butler, no good. And we're tied at 17 still. Don Mikowski and the Lions come back to Johnny's Morton for 22 yards. Later in the drive, Mikowski to Herman's Moore. Look at the big fella into the end zone. Touchdown. 24-17, Detroit. Bears driving just over 2 minutes to go. Kramer to Ryan Wetnight. He's down to the 20-yard line. 21-yard pickup. 54 seconds to go. Fourth down, Kramer. Looking for Wetnight. Good night. Incomplete. The Lions. And they hold Curtis Conway to goose eggs. Why? The Lions came in the game with the 29th ranked defense. Curtis Conway, one of the best receivers in football. You figure it out. It's the season of 95. And Detroit in the hunt for Wayne Fontes. 5-6, the Bears fall to 6-5. It's their third straight loss. First place battle between the Rams and Falcons in the NFC West. They came in time with San Francisco, the 3 teams atop the division. Rich Brooks saying, how do we stop Atlanta? Well, not easily. Chances are that Terrence Mathis going to catch the touchdown pass from Jeff George. 7-0 Fowls. George and Mathis hook up again. It's the 12th of never. Actually, it's a 17-yard touchdown. It's 14-0 Falcons. Jeff George looking very sharp. Then Jerome Bettis breaks a tackle by Roger Harper. It's going to be a 41-yard gain for the big fella. It's the first run of over 20 yards all year by St. Louis. On the next play, Bettis gets a rest. They put in Leonard Russell. What did he do when he was in New England and some other places? He fumbled. What did he do today? He fumbled. Bettis says, why am I over here? Late in the second quarter, Chris Miller to Isaac Bruce. He's wide open, 21 yards. Then Miller to his fine young tight end, Troy Drayton. And we're down to 14-6. So the Rams are going to go for the extra point. It's a ho-hum play, right? But no, remember, this is St. Louis. It's a fake. Chris Miller throws, but it's knocked down by Terry Taylor. Wayne Severe, the special teams coach, Rich Brooks says it was worth a try, but we're still on 14-6. Jeff George, Tommy to Eric Metcalf. George just looks so good, doesn't he?
Yeah, a great job of Metcalf concentrating on the football. You've got 3 Rams there. 2 of them slow down. They don't wrap. Again, we saw some awful tackling today.
Jeff George, 20 of 34 for 352 and 4 touchdowns. His pass is right on the money. Even when the Rams at garbage time tried to get it in, the Falcons defense stiffened. Chris Dolman with the sack. Isaac Bruce fall 9 yards short of being tying the record for 7 straight 100-yard receiving games. He had 91 yards. An impressive win by Atlanta, who up their mark to 7-4, and pending San Francisco's game Monday night. Right now, Atlanta in first place in their division, all by their lonesome, 31-6. And Tommy, you know, they played well last week at Buffalo, too. Jeff George, very smooth. And Atlanta, maybe there's some life in that offense yet, huh?
I don't think there's a quarterback that throws the ball better than Jeff George. As a pure thrower, and we've had a lot of fun with the run and shoot over the years and talked about it, the fact that they cannot get to and win a Super Bowl with the run and shoot. But I think that they've added some ingredients. You find Jeff George being more careful with the football. We've had some weekends now where he throws for 300-plus yards. He doesn't throw the INTs to go with. Then Ironhead Hayward is a better running back now, a slimmer running back, offering them more out of the backfield. You add a Morton Anderson to that club so that when you're close, you get a chance to pull out wins at the end of games instead of losing close games at the end. I think you have what you have in the Falcons now.
Atlanta's at 7-4 and very impressive. That run and shoot?
Yeah.
Give it some time, that run and shoot. When we return, lots of late highlights. Bills and Jets went down to the wire. The thermal heat up for Buffalo. Saints and Vikes. Boy, Warren Moon's been on a roll as the Saints found out. And the Cowboys and Raiders. The game that took 3 days. We'll show you highlights.
It's their turf. It's their world. It's their game. And when we don't play by their rules, results can be deadly. From the creator of the award-winning television series Wild America comes a home video unlike anything you've ever seen. These are nature's dangerous encounters, captured in one of the most astonishing wildlife films ever made, and available now for the first time as a special 1-hour home video. Call this toll-free number now to get Dangerous Encounters for just $19.95. It is not available in stores. Order now, and you'll also receive Watching Wildlife absolutely free. That's right. Both of these extraordinary programs are yours for just $19.95. Call now.
For rush delivery, get your credit card ready and call 1-800-618-6565. That's 1-800-618-6565. Or send your check or money order to the address on your screen. Call now.